Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Such a beautiful day. So happy for us to be here together. Yesterday was a hectic day for me, and so I could not come out and give you guys our daily chit chat that we normally have. I hope you guys can understand. I do hope you can understand. Good morning, everybody. Good, good evening, wherever you might be watching me from. It's such a beautiful day to be alive. Such a beautiful day to have you, my wonderful friends here. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Today's the 10th of July, 2023. We're already halfway in the year. My God, just like that, halfway in the year. Yesterday, I could not come out and give you my daily chit chat about what's been going on in our beloved country because I was a little bit busy, occupied with myself. Sometimes you have to take time off for yourself. But at the same time, I have been paying attention, close attention to certain stakeholders, what they've been saying, and certain things that's been going on in the political field. You know, on Sundays, I normally come out and give my weekend in review. Some of the things are troubling, some of the things are worth talking about, and some of the things are just right out things that Sierra Leoneans ought to know about. Um, I believe you guys know, maybe some of you do not know, that Mother Bill is looking for peace. And according to intelligence reports, there was there is an incident in which he asked two members of some people to go and in dialogue with Anes Koroma because of the political situation that is going on in the country. It is no secret, except you want to lie. It is no secret. But even those of you who are in Sierra Leone, you know the political situation is not stable. You see the quietness of the city, you see the calmness, you know within yourself that things are not the way they're supposed to be. Don't fool yourself. You can feel it. You can feel the atmosphere that's not conducive. You can feel the atmosphere that is tightening. Can somebody? Okay, let me see. I want to tag somebody. Let me see if you people can. I'm just trying to use this my new tablet so that me will be people in. I know Germany. And let's see if I can just tag somebody. Let's see if he. Uh, or at least I'm not go for tags. Okay, I was just trying to see if I can tag somebody or something. Okay, so like I say, with the political situation in the country, you yourself can see it. You can feel it that things are not okay. And again, the only reason why there has not been massive killing and harassment of opposition members is because of the international eyes that are presently focused in Sierra Leone. During the Corona, I believed Sierra Leonean used to see President Bio saying that the international world commended him because of the way in which he handled the coronavirus, the way in which He handled the coronavirus, the way in which he was a democratic man. And I believed we also President Bill traveled a whole lot to go and make the good name of Sierra Leone as he claims. And now all of a sudden that good name has turned to something else because this same man who traveled 510 times, took 510 per diem, traveled around the globe to make the name of Sierra Leone great, has single handedly put our country in a crossroads. Some of you will ask, what do I mean by that? Some of you will ask, what do I mean by that? If you been on the go to somebody, you dey go make something fine. Say, this tier, na me no more able for make am good, na me no more able for make this tier. The people entrust you, they give you all the support. Say, go make this thing good now. Now, now, first of all, the opposition not even get problem with a matter bill. That is number one. But nobody na in right mind, we get brain, we they think, go tell me, say, it's so funny that then they talk about America. Even in America, as crazy as Donald Trump is, they allow Donald Trump to have a debate with an opponent. But in Sierra Leone, this type of election is not a good example. In a let we get this straight. This type of election, not to no good example, not to nothing where the world want take as a stepping stone. Say this na the democracy where the world wants. We not want to see we get 9 or 10 or 11 political parties, and we not hearing no debates. We don't know the non-manifesto. All waiting we see now the sitting president they try to assassinate the opposition and kill the parties them we get voice because he want manipulate the election to in favor. Waiting Sierra Leone they not understand. Mother Biodo single-handedly kill all small political party with this PR system. Obviously, obviously, no political. The only political party where before get a symbol or seat that be Yumkela or Femi Claudius Coley party or Kamaremba party. But waiting they do, they it did put somebody for Kamaremba party, but nobody know the people and now all by me were all pa. They just say I can't just be this and this. All they want they wait. So even the Creole boy self will say him get nuke. He nobody was allowed to campaign. It was only Fatima Bio was the only one that was campaigning mob justice. And that now one of the things they are when they pain me, where when in the talk about Adebayo in course, in the talk about Adebayo in course, in a all Sidona ya, in a all see Fatima Bio, they all Mike, they tell people they say APC not for dinner ya. No, they're not the SLPP not for allow APC for dinner certain partners alone. And we they see the result of their one day. Nobody not they talk about that one day. But then they talk about Mamikos. Nobody know they talk about that. But when they talk about Mamikos, we know they talk about the mob justice. The mob justice when they go on that the country. It's just good so sometimes it's good when things they happen because right now the international community so so in a salon that I don't know people are still sometimes when Fatima can they talk some of ina can they vex some of we can they vex because it can if Fatima you get the spirit for lie over extra. When Fatima may talk something during the election during the campaign. He say some of APC in American to mother than it. When I can get the video of Ina. But say na girl wey dey lie because na girl wey dey lie, he overstep the, you lie. Okay, you hold on a minute. I want to put this thing down. Okay. Now, one of the reasons we make me I been campaign against APC. Yes, one of the reasons where we make a campaign against APC. Now people like Mohamed Bangura. If some of una can remember when Mohamed Bangura become Minister of Transport, I think, and or he become he gets a position, I think, for Minister of Transport. During that 10 day, 9 and Eskuruma call for austerity. He called for austerity. It cuts people in salary, it cuts beaucoup money, people they know me live good, you know what I mean. If in a memory is having a right, that during that 10 day, this Mohamed Bangura sent a wife can America for Cambodia. And I remember this same Mohamed Bangura, he been go na AYV. They may interview him, ask him about a wife in Cambodia one and whatsoever. And it may memories can serve me right. One of the things that when Mohammed been talking that day was that um Yusuf Boo, you feel to say mango don't come out to minister, they can take keke back. So I look and say this now they want the way no lake saloon. So to tell you the truth, I'm not surprised if Mohammed can talk say him not the support waiting the APC they try for do so. Or the opposition they try for do. You get for understand, so you get for get black sheep. And again, when some of these people don't go on net, go take money to Fatima, and they don't go sell their soul like a Sylvia Blyden, they become weary. They become weary. And always they telling us say there are certain people them, na Sierra Leonean community, where they're in danger. If they want them, they're not extinct from society. Sierra Leone will the end to doom. Waiting on earth so bad than even though Mother Bill 5 years, he not use that opportunity there for make peace with and Eskoroma. Even though 5 years, Fatima Bill found all kind possible way for insult Mother and Eskoroma, insult man and Eskoroma wife. But all the thievery way then deepen. But we get that audacity there, yes, for disrespect Mother Bill, and Eskoroma, disrespect and Eskoroma wife. It take 5 years in bitterness. 5 years, they fulfill a wife in desire. 5 years, he lack empathy for the people of Sierra Leone. 5 years, he travel around the globe for tell the world that he is the father of democracy. And now on the 6th year, he wants to lead us to a communist rule. Waiting I mean by that. Like I dey telling her, the amount of people that we get for suffer, like I take her for instance, like Kenema. As of Kenema now, the entire Kenema, they under SLPP. The utterance, the words of the president against members of the opposition no go permit, no go make the opposition even want for go do any good things na Kenema. Example, Jagaban Komona Blama. but na APC man. He don't they pay teachers. He don't they pay imams. He don't they pay um, um, reverend, bishops and reverend. He don't they build school day. Now that um, um under this PR system, Jagaban could not do any continuation of anything where they do yonder except he become an SLPP man. And if you no want to become an SLPP man, that means his project is just as it is. And even if you go to parliament for go put a project or bill, it is 3-1. Obviously, those who the one that within at the parliament now, they are being chosen by the president. Another thing when I get some of it, I get forget the shock of an life on is that when in a see Udana in a member of parliament, because the election don't cover that one day off now in another year. But again, waiting they happen so. I see some people that ignorantly they talk say Sierra Leone can take care of itself. Sierra Leone already we not a donor nation. We not a donor nation. We not get nothing. Everything where they can of Sierra Leone, na give them the give it. First of all, something in I don't know when that happen safe. Let break some news to in. During the time when they signed that Sona the airport deal, and I listen and I pay attention. This is another shocker. During the time when they signed that airport deal, they may ask for a loan, not a grant. This is not a grant. And I listen how this game play, make in a get idea. During the time when Fatima mother in Tutri Cabal, they go sign that airport deal with Sona, na Turkey. At that time, they had applied for a loan, 150 million loan. In a listen, 150 million loan. And they had applied for that loan for Sona Group of Company. I want Sierra Leone to understand that Sona Group of Company is being owned by a Russian Turkish firm, even though the guy is in jail right now. But at the same time, this money don't come now when 150 million loan. And this money come for come develop the airports. But and I fail not to realize that Sona Group of Company is also the owner of the key, the port, the water key. And I will know that one day as time they go on because it is gradual, because it is systematic. So now with that being said, and now we get 150 million loan, we don't come national group of company for develop the airports. Now, if you want to go into Sierra Leone, you pay $25. If you want to get out of Sierra Leone, you pay $25. Now, Sierra Leone only gets 30% stake in Sona Group of Company. Sona in the returns, let us get this straight. Sierra Leone has 30% stake in the returns of Sona Group of the airports. Sona Group of Company has 70%. Now, Sona Group of Company has gotten a loan for 150 million. You know what is a bit maths, you know, the understanding kind of maths there. This company we don't like a I don't take this me tonic. I don't take this tonic now. I don't lend it to you. I rent you am. Why I rent you this tonic now? You say okay, Kasada kitchen at the top now you stop and no more you get because now you get the grown. Okay, so I get the stopper. Then you rent me the one old tonic. Then when before you rent me the tonic, now you say no, no go pong this tonic first. Yeah? When you go pong this tonic, when they go pong this tonic, when you go pong and to Isa 2. Isa 2 will go pong this tonic for 2 million euros. But na me don't get the tonic for so they go pong this tonic now for 2 million euros. Who don't go pong this tonic for 2 million euros? You don't rent me for for $50. Yeah, but me they go pong now to I settle for 2 million euros. Then I can what take now 2 million euros, then I me get a more. Then you now the stop and no more you get. I hope say now all they pay attention to that mathematics. They want try for break and don't let the layman understand. Maybe next time I'll get blackboard, like go explain and good trainer. Because by the way, talking about blackboard, all of a sudden, Sano or Sako, if don't get blackboard now. Oh. All them people that will be they talk about the international community, but they fly, now. Then they talk say the international community no get sense. The international community get dwarfs, intellectual dwarfs. Hmm. I just sorry for the average layman. And I sorry for because all of these people just show how greedy they are. It just show how greedy they are. Because if you were transparent, if you see, let God sorry for we, for people that will not get foresight. To let God sorry for people that will not get foresight. Because this is bad. I don't care how you want to come. This is bad. It bad for the poor man. It bad for say the people the way you put in the power. Where you think to say they are there for you, they are not there for you. They are also selfish. They're all there about their pocket. They don't care about the layman. True. They really do not care about the layman. They only care about themselves. Sometimes a good way certain things they happen. Because then you come for know the people that you around. Well, that's the fact. These people sat, they all sit down. They all sit down. All of them. This election, where happened so in Sierra Leone, if this kind of election take place, keep on happening across, let me say in Liberia, you know what thing will happen there? In which it is only the sitting president that was able to campaign. Broad daylight assassination attempt on so many, on the only opposition. Thank you, Embina. On the only opposition. So many assassination attempts on the leader of the main opposition. So much lies and deceit to the people. Oh, I forgot I was having tea. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god, I finished. No. So much lies and deceit on the people. There is nobody who go tell me say inside the Republic of Sierra Leone today, they are free to talk, they are free to move, they are free to get the basic of life. They're not. Even those that are in power, they're not free. There was only one thing asked for: produce the data. Just produce the data. I look at some people I just don't understand. I just don't understand who side some man they come from. I'm serious. I just don't understand who side some man they come up from. Some people don't take this politics for be something that they can just disrespect anybody, insult anybody. And one thing where some of them fail for realize, there's still na young boys and girls where the world is still open. The world is still open. And let me tell you, guys, some of Una, where they do most of them thing they are, the world is still a stage, you know. And those things not they come out. Then thing they are not they come out. You don't know who that know me, you don't know who that me don't help, you don't know who side I don't come out, you don't know who side, you don't know Boku but me and I don't know Boku but you. So some of Una where they do their thing they have for political gain, and I be careful. You got to be very careful. Very careful. Who that God don't make pass you, don't pass you. Even if you love somebody, be careful. Be careful. Be respectful. Because there's same people in there with some of Una today, they insult. In I get for me, in I get for anything tomorrow. Because some of Una, not only Africa or Salon, Una connection day. But some of these people can open doors for Una. Usa Una not expect. Some of Una today because Una get really connect political connection. I can remember this Mohammed Bangura. Well, how God, God they saw they show they say in a God, but they still not understand say God na God. This same Mohammed, now one of the guys that went down in a mudslide, in Us, in Fodom. Yes, in Us Fodom na that mudslide. Outside that place be book. For tell you say God, Salomon not to money where they eat, and you mess with the Sierra Leonean people. I just gave information that they keep a meeting a few days ago in a state house in which because of the political tension, the international pressure, they want for take this case with Charles Magai to court. They want to take the case with Charles Magai to court. And with the case take with Charles Magai, then they will use that opportunity they for do waiting right. And what was right was if mad, even though the election was rigged, true, the election was a real referendum on Madabio. That election purely tell Madabio that the people do not want him anymore because Madabio just really just can't destabilize the country. And Ayeri, the killer, how they call him? Prince Hardin. They talk about Sierra Leone for being like a Mexico with the PR system. The SLPP go rule democratically for 75 years. That one they go be something we like for see. But then you get to understand, say, Mexico, in Mexico, now they get cartel past anybody. You get some places in Mexico where the police not they go, the army not they go, then they rule themselves. You get to understand, say, in Mexico, if na that kind PR system that you want bring them, well, I'm sorry for the youths them because everybody will forget in cabal. Well, I'm not surprised. No wonder inside SLPP they want to do they do more of attire basis more than community center. Because when you then attire basis, now that kind of mentality they do, they get how for rule people them and force them for come under you spell for listen to you. You are a dictator. You could not even come on the table and negotiate with people. Just you know one thing I like about this our former government. Anybody where they lie to Madam Biona, you Madam Biolek. Anybody where they deceive Madam Biona, you Madam Biolek. Just like that other stupid fool we call himself education minister. Where you they really see say then they're just a fool Madam Biona, honestly. They're not even like the country. They're only like waiting and they get out of the country. And because of the lies that I mean, just the same way you became like a life and the people of Salon say in me and how they call the guy, Dogo Tiba or what they call her, Dogati or Dogati or whatever the millionaire. Now friend, I go come, I will bring development where the people them. Hello, my love. Where the people them not be understand. See, he was just a fool. They try for fool people them. Like how you kill her, just fool people them. Because those women know, I've been telling them from the start. I say Yumkela is an SLPP. Yumkela will forever be an SLPP. I say Yumkela just they use this opportunity for bring Bada Bill into the second term because Yumkela was right in Parliament when they discuss about this PR system. Yumkela supported the PR system because they were so selfish. He knows that the PR system will lead to one party states. He knows that the PR system will lead to division of the country. Because the PR system should only be used when there is conflict. But we don't get conflict. We had a block system where everybody was represented. But now these people where then they put down a parliament and the people the way the president choose or the party choose. Not all the people when me and you choose. All right, not all the people when me and you choose, right? Now the people where they choose, now the people where they want make a kind of power. Now the people where they want make where they listen to them. Now the people the way they understand. So we get for understand that. We get for understand that. And with the one party system, hmm, we see what happen. We see first lady, they tell people they say this Kamakwe road. We know as no SLP APCD. We see after the election, there were places that the citizen had to run for their lives. We see during the election, we see during the election where the ministers they give command to them followers for assassinate opposition members. We see that, except you want to me say you know see am because there were videos. And we see say on the 25th after the election, we now one day on not to Mami Kos been do that one day. Not to Mami Kos been do that one day. And up till today, nobody's answering to that. Up to today, nobody is talking about that. But yet still, people are here talking about peace. When somebody they blatantly, openly, they tell you, say, it won't take your life. All because of power. Blatantly. They tell you, say, I want your life because I want to have this. and yet still people are not still to understand that we did live in a world where everything is black and white. We see it every day. These people are here. They were here. They are still with us. They are among us. But yet still you want to diss them. How wonderful it is for them people that will be don't give million. You call them intellectual dwarfs. These people where you be the go out to and go tell them how much you they bring up the image. They were just giving you money to bring up the image as you claim. For the first time for you to prove yourself. Now you're insulting them. Now you don't want them anymore. I just sorry for the layman, the average Sierra Leonean. We not get family now abroad. Because to tell you the truth, they are the ones who will feel the pinch. Hello? Good morning. Okay. Okay, how was your night? Mm. Okay. Yeah, well, I was doing something like that as well because I was fixing my paper sauce. That's what I did. Still working on it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm on live now. Talk to you when I'm done. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know. Okay. So, like I'm saying, so now the same people who with the Kanaya, they can make Sierra Leone great. They can make Sierra Leone wonderful. Today we're insulting them, right? Today we're telling them that we do not need them, right? Now we need the Chinese. We the cancel like a sucker. If you not talk Mandarin, you're not going to buy bread. We can turn another slave. We turn to another slave master instead of we owning the country. It is sad, but again for be bitter in the next 2 months. Again for be bitter. It is I just imagine somebody like a Sylvia Blyden where they tell they call herself one of the whatsoever she is. Even though I do not support um, this their peace thing with APC and Eskomoma, but again, if you as a member of the opposition, you did look at the way situation they go. You did look at the political situation. If you can come out and appeal for the international community for come to the aid of Sierra Leone, but you could not appeal for internal unity for day. When that na the problem and that be don't always be the problem inside this with Sierra Leone. True. That has the problem inside this with Sierra Leone because we refuse for deal with the internal problems. Yeah, we refuse for deal with the internal problems. We concern about the external about we neighbor them than we the people. Than we the people. When a bad thing, too, a bad thing. And that the same reason will make Mother Bio fail. The same reason. If forget for say again for treat us before he go treat street. So he go out and make a big big motto or whatever about himself over yonder. Whereas in at home the people are suffering. At home the people are not happy. Nobody go tell me say inside Sierra Leone today the people they glad. Nobody. Mere information when me they get 8 o'clock safe. All man don't go sleep. The country fit a ghost town. Except who side the pocket of them. The one that where they enjoy. Minus them, nobody. The mass majority are not happy. And it's scary, you know. It's scary. Because there is nothing you can do to please the people after you don't hurt them so much, after you don't murder them so much, after they don't see you arrogancy. Because for me, as far as I'm concerned, Madam is arrogant. It's still thing to say Sierra Leone and they owe him anything. No, they did not owe you nothing. I believe you owe Strasser because Strasser bring you in and then you manipulate them, you overthrow them, you still they manipulate them. You still not get in freedom, you still not get in dignity. And all those who are around you, that people the way because of in a oath, in a loyalty, just like at the meeting when I go get 10 days there. When in a they try for shape for cover face. Una say na one go get meet in a one go to and Charles Magai in case kuna court against ESL. So in a go pull corner, then I do another election. In a all sidom. Madam Bio, Chief Minister o, Keke Toma o, the that what we see the swear in a take oath, in a go in a sido in a talk the thing in the. But I always say the listener, in a take oath for say in a one make election in 3 months. Why? Why you do all that way you before don't do make them do the runoff. You don't already cook the election. You already been on cook the election. Now that means for when you come, you change statistics. You come, you change you do census. Where even the international community, where they give you the money, tell you say no, this is not the right time to do census. So most of these things were already done. And again, it is so wonderful for all the ignorant one them. We be they talk about the new how the news them new this new that new only ask them for ESL for put the data out because if NU could not put in out their data if ECSL not put their data out, and what is there in this precedent when we can't deal with accountability and transparency? For somebody for Asker now for be accountable and transparent. What is wrong with that? Because the last time when I can remember when Mother Bio came, he came saying come as the father of democracy. He came with accountability and transparency. He came for make Sierra Leone great. Sierra Leone was going through the wrong side. I believe in now they are. So what's wrong with that principle there now? That now you want for the go call people name, call pastor. If you had done everything right to the ladder, why should you be calling people to beg? Why should you be trying to put people on a piece table? That simply tells you that there was something wrong. Common sense. And again, 5 years ago, you the same president, you said if the election was not free and fair, you were not going to accept it. So why you think to say somebody for accept and now when you be saying you not go accept? What is good for the goose is good for the gander. In the great United States here, Donald Trump, with only money we get, when he not do it right for the people they vote him out. The people they vote him out. And even though he try for act the way we act, because the people they never wanted him, they asked him out. I remember 6 years ago, 5 years ago, when Madam you taking first over the first presidency, they give Fatima Bill money for inauguration. Up till today, 5 years afterwards, nobody know how they spend that money. But as Sierra Leoneans, first of all, we don't hear yourself say now they famous them or they famous Nigerian artists they get for take bring cap for this inauguration. Then I wonder what's that all the Sierra Leonean artists then they women the beat bondo drama, women the clap because for go bring an artist from another country. Do you know what the deal is? He and his entourage, their hotel, their everything. So when women the clap, waiting that they get. Whereas right under their nose, they get to go bring somebody else from a neighboring country that they deem better than you guys, that they deem need to elevate themselves more than you guys. So you got to think about it. Again, now one great salon we get. But again, the truth should prevail. People should be able to for figure out what is the truth and what is not the truth. And how long will somebody go just to force somebody against their wish? When you not get no time, the point is Madam Bio does not even love Sierra Leone. All what he's doing is to bring Sierra Leone down on its knees. Since Madam Bio took over as president, one of the things that he killed totally that the allegiance to the country. That was the first thing he killed, his allegiance to the country. He only talk about his allegiance when it comes to his money and when it comes to his wife disposition. Other than that, there's no allegiance. I'm serious now. It's so funny, right? I don't wake up since let me see 3 o'clock. Today I woke up a little bit early. Right now that I dey talk to you, so the way why they feel for sleep. I don't take a shower everything, but right now. Now that they sleeping, many see that they put by me. As I dey talk no more, I dey feel for sleep to like if I lay down right now, I go sleep. Anyway, but it is well. We don't used to all the attacks them of every different sort in order. But again, like what they say, it is sad for Lewu Day, the athletes of West Africa, where we for be a shining example to the world. After all the travel, after all the shenanigans, we've reached a stage in which we are begging because now you can talk all type of words that you want to talk, but if you cannot feed yourself, you must know you're still helpless. You are still helpless. And one other thing what I see, which is a good thing, but again, it just show you how wicked these people are, right? I see some young guys, them good, where they that in town or the villages, they do agriculture, which is very, very good. If na that one day this president we don't do in the first time 5 years of office, encouraging those youths, Instead of loading them with kush, empowering them to be self-sufficient, instead of migrating them from the interior to Greater Freetown, all just to accomplish your aim of diminishing one set of tribe from Freetown, even though they are only 1%, even their 1% is tormenting you bitterly. Now, for that only reason, they make the president can look, it take people from Upland, it give them a city, it bring a Canada city, it give them all land under a project. Why they not give the land up now the outside the commons? We give them land na the city. Because why? They want to populate the city and kick the 1% out. So there will be 0% or half percent or 1/4%. Anyway, in conclusion, I just want to thank each and every one of you. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. In conclusion, I just want to tell each and every one of you Sierra Leoneans and members of the PPP, supporters of the PPP, and lovers of the PPP. We get an opportunity for go demonstrate again in New York here and the MCC building at the end of the month. We dey work on the date. It is our democratic right for make sure say we upheld democracy in our country. I want you people of Sierra Leone to realize that we only have one Sierra Leone. If we sit down and allow our democracy to go down the drain, it will tell on us. This election at Sierra Leone will not only affect Sierra Leone, we therefore realize that we have Guinea, we have Liberia. If our next door neighbor cannot congratulate us on our electoral process, that tells you there's a recipe for disaster. Because if anything happen, our neighbor then first we dey go to. But if we neighbor dey safe, not able for gladdy with wetin we don't do inside we country, hmm, that Chinese man wey dey come, e no sabi the road pass your neighbor. Let me think about that. Again, Sierra Leone is a beautiful place. And again, we within the diaspora, now we get a voice. Now we your voice, the people they get for you. So when we fix the date, I will call on Ina again. I go ask Ina the people of Sierra Leone again for me to come out in a large number. If you're happy how the democratic process go, you can sit down. But if you're not happy how the democratic process go, if you're not happy by the killing, the habitual killing, if you're not happy by the justice system, if you're not happy by the police brutality, and if you're not woman, you remember the great naked way where they kill Mahawa, a matron, a mother, a mentor, a grandmother, a senior citizen, a person we not deserve for being killed by the bills. And for all those who were murdered from the on the 8, 9, and 10, this 25 really show we that mother bill is a killer and the blood of innocents so much than I am. I love you all guys, and please follow me on my YouTube page, Casada Kitchen the brand, and all my other pages, Casada Kitchen TV, Kitchen Cookbook, Casada Kitchen, and Daphne Pratt. And by the way, I love you all guys. I'm a bit sleepy. I don't know what happened. I'm here talking to you and I'm sleepy. So I just want to get off and take a nap. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I will not. Then we can talk a little bit better. But for now, I just don't know why I'm a little all of a sudden I become sleepy. Love you all guys. Love you all guys. And thank you. Today I did not even have the chance to ask you to ask you guys where you watching me from. Because all of a sudden I'm sleepy. Yeah. I love y'all and I'm out.